This feels like this is how the bike should have come out of the factory. That's what this feels like now. All right, guys, so today we're gonna go get the sprocket changed on the Scrambler 400X from the 14 to the 15, heading off to the dealer now to get it done. I'm gonna take the bike for a burn, show you what it rides like after it's done, and then I'm gonna play the entire video of the guy changing, the mechanic changing the sprocket, so you'll be able to see that uncut, done by a professional. So let's go. Spilled coffee on my shirt, so I gotta change that first. All right, guys, so we're about to go and do some work on the Scrambler 400X. We're changing out the sprocket to a 15 tooth and putting a new clutch lever on. Here we go. Ooh. There she is.
やっちゃっていいんですか？
あ、全然いいです。もう私ジャムだったらすぐ言ってください。 フトいいね。
リフトいいっすよ。僕自分のバイクはリフトないんです
ね。
自分家では普通に腰痛いです。
めっちゃそうね。この前なんか当たった時は、なんか前のフロントがアライメントはもう全部ぐちゃぐちゃになって、フォークも動いたとかそれが直す時はもうすごい大変で、リフトもないし。 Arigato. What we're going to do now is take the bike out for a little burn along the main road here and show you what the gearing looks like. I can tell you from yesterday's ride that it is a completely different bike. The Scrambler straight out of the factory, I found it from the get-go to be incredibly twitchy. The first gear was insanely short. Like, it was almost to the point where you would grab first, and by the time you got the clutch engaged, you were grabbing second. So I was taking off in second gear all the time. Now that's been shifted and changed quite a bit, which you'll see in a moment. So I won't ramble on for a while, for too long, but we're going to go jump up on this road here, see if I can get it up to speed to show you all the gears. Not guaranteed I can because there's no expressways around here, but we'll see what we get. Let's go. All right, check out this first gear. It's pretty awesome. It's 30 kilometers an hour before I'm shifting now. I used to be shifting almost like 15. I was definitely shifting sub 20 before. I kind of got used to the gearing a little bit though, so now I got to get used to this new setup, but it is a whole different bike. Oh wait, I'm going up this road. What I've found as well is that because I can cruise now at a lower RPM. Right now I'm doing 80 in fifth, and the bike is doing about 4,500 RPM, somewhere in that range. So I have noticed that my fuel economy has shifted drastically. Now, I tested this out yesterday. I rode down to the dealer, which was 100 kilometers away, and reset my fuel range before that. And it was showing 31 kilometers to the liter when I arrived at the dealership. I then reset it again for the ride home, and when I got to my house it was at 37. Now since then I've gone out and I've thrashed it a little bit just playing around, and I've gotten it back down, but it's still at 34, even though I've been like revving it right up to like 8,500 RPM before I shift. So there's a big gain in fuel economy, which if you do the math adds about 80 kilometers to a tank, which is a massive gain. Now the big difference that I've noticed by shifting out that sprocket is that the bike feels like each gear has just got a little bit more leg room in it. It's got a little bit more time to wind through the gears. It doesn't feel like it's affecting the overall performance in any way. I don't feel like any gear is kind of getting, you know, a little bit down on power. It feels like it's got all the power it had before, but now it's not twitchy. And if anything, I feel like I'm getting more out of the bike because I'm getting more out of each gear. Like prior to this, first gear was just ridiculous. I didn't even need it. I took off in second most of the time. But now, you know, second gear is a gear that comes after first, not the gear that I go to instead. So it's definitely changed the whole dynamic of the bike. It feels so much better. This feels like this is how the bike should have come out of the factory. That's what this feels like now. Like, I have no idea why it came out of the factory with that 14 tooth, other than they wanted to give you a really short first gear to make it more off-roady, I guess, even though it's not really the bike for that. So it feels like this is how it should have come out of that factory for sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. If you want to buy one of these things, just get that 15 tooth out of the speed and have them install it at the dealership before you pick it up. That's my advice, because it is a whole different machine. It's so much more fun. You know, the way this bike's set up now, it makes me almost happy when the lights turn red, because I get to run through those gears again. And that's a big guy on a little bike.